there's definitely benefits to being able to, for women, because again, let me be specific, but there are definitely benefits of being a woman in polygyny that's being practiced in a positive way. Notice I said positive, not perfect. There's so many great, beautiful benefits. I will share at least two. There's one of the benefits is being able to have someone have your back. And what I mean by that is that when you have a united situation where everybody may be working together for the greater good of the family. Now, me saying that does not necessarily mean that all the women involved may be the best of chums, maybe the best of friends. No, but they may respect one another and they understand, that they want to assist and help one another. You can have sisterhood and not friendship in polygyny. It does occur. We have sisterhood within our communities with women that we don't even know. But we're willing to help and support, right? So let's not act like this cannot also be placed or practiced within the polygynous realms as far as between the women involved in a polygynous marriage, in that polygynous relationship. But having someone who can support you and have your back in the sense where there's been moments where I needed help. I'm not one to shy away and say that I don't need help. Yes, it's been moments where maybe I wasn't feeling well. And I needed the help of my beloved sisters, aka my co-wives. And they was right there, ready, willing, able, on point. And I appreciate them truly for always having my back and supporting me. So it's just like, that is one thing. That is one benefit, being able to have a support system that's extended within your family. Of course you have your husband who is a part of your support system, but now you have these other two women who are also a part of your support system that can help. That's beautiful. Yes, I didn't even, Crowns of Modesty said that. It's a beautiful thing. The second benefit for women, and I'm not going to name the obvious because everybody always say me time. So I'm not going to name the obvious because that's always like the first thing that people say. So the second thing for me is being able to have, and I don't know if this is more of a benefit, this is like a shared benefit, but it's a benefit for both myself as well as my children, where they have other moms. They have other mothers that they actually can look to for support and resources and love, and advice. Like listen, I really do appreciate my co-wives, and I know that there's different areas where they're stronger than myself. And I love the fact that they can balance out things where maybe wherever they're strong, that strength can be helpful with maybe that child that may need that particular, strength. And she's there to provide that. And the same thing, vice versa. Maybe I might have a strength or something that I can provide for our children. And you just like you heard my mom in the video previously, I guess like from last week or so, where she say, all my grandchildren. Well, these are all of our children. So if I have something to provide for our children where I may be strong, then that's where I step in. But it's like, it's just an extension of being able to have like a broad village community within your own inner circles of your particular marriage, as far as with your husband and the people that come along with your husband, aka his other wife or wives. To me, that's a beautiful thing. It's like having in-house resources and support. And it's not just me, but it's the same thing vice versa. And maybe their benefits may be different than mine. I'm quite sure, because we're different people. But at the same time, those are a few of the benefits. And of course, I'll add as a third, the obvious one is, yes, the me time is absolutely amazing. It is, it's really a great thing. It's allowing you, a lot of women, it's so funny. It's so funny because a lot of women, we always talk about how we need time to ourselves, how we need me time. Be careful what you ask for, because it may come in the form of something else different than what you originally thought. You thought me time, you might get a little vacation from time to time. Yeah, well, that vacation may come like every 2 days because lo and behold, maybe it might come in the form of polygyny. And if for some reason, if you're tested by it, please don't run from it. Please do not fight it, because you never know how beautiful it could really be. I love my family dynamics. Like, it's really great. And I really feel as though that there's so many different ways that different families can benefit from it. Regardless of how old or young you are, if you have children or you don't, if you're widowed or just never married before, single, or this is like your second, third, fourth time around, doesn't matter. Either way, you still be able to benefit. And I'm talking to my sisters. Like, I want us to be able to understand that it's not like a scarlet letter. I remember looking back at a video that I did on Facebook. It was a live. It popped up in my memory, and it happened like a year ago. Was it on July 5th, 2019? And I remember reading the comments, and someone asked, "Are you on polygyny? Because you seem so happy." Well, damn. Yes, I am. And yes, I am. Like, people really think or feel that you can't be happy in polygyny. And I always tell people up front, I am so hip. Okay? And for those who don't know what that is, I love acronyms, and hip means happy in polygyny. I am very hip. Okay? I really am, because my happiness doesn't necessarily start with just my husband or my marriage. My happiness starts with me. Where am I with me? And I will tell you this right now. Polygyny is one of the things that has really brought me into a really great space with me, myself, and I. Because in the beginning stages, I was struggling. I ain't gonna lie. Yes, but was I struggling because of polygyny, or was I struggling because polygyny brought some things to the forefront that I needed to focus on about myself, with myself? And in reality, that is it. I needed to focus on some things. It really did bring certain things to surface. And I always say that without polygyny being in my life, I don't know if those things would have occurred. Because before polygyny, I was good. I was cool. I was like, ooh. But when it came about, certain things started to rise up. And a lot of times we deflect, and we don't really pay attention to what those things really are, what they're really representing. We always put it on polygyny, but it's bigger than that. And it's actually your blessing. People say, what? Some people may say, what? My blessing? Absolutely. It could be your beautiful blessing. Because in reality, it's bringing things to surface that you need to focus on, you need to pay attention to. This is where your challenge comes into play. This is where the work needs to start. This is where you learn things about yourself that you didn't know. Are you going to bury it again? Or are you going to deal with it? And when I say deal with it, I don't mean just like sit there and pout, like actually work on it. Figure out what the problem is. Why is this a problem? How can this be resolved in order for me to be better? That's life. And if for some reason, if this becomes a part of your life, then so be it. Don't run away from it. Run towards it. And I know that sounds crazy. What I mean by that is if for some reason, if that is placed before you, do not run away from it, but run towards it to see what it is going to show you about you. We don't do a lot of work, reflective work and evaluation on ourselves. But sometimes, those moments do come in different forms, through different situations and circumstances. It's a matter of what are you actually going to do to actually pay attention to it, see what it's really hitting for, and actually do the work and see what comes out of it. See what the result may be moving forward. All right, let me see. So that's my message for you guys today. See my